Hey everyone, thanks for coming to practice with me. Today's class is a Vinyan style class, which means part of the class will be a little more vinyasa oriented, so a little bit of kind of building strength, building heat, moving around, and then the later part of the class, especially the last 20 minutes, will be really slow, very passive, deep relaxation, deep breathing, all kinds of good stuff. This is my first time doing a voiceover. Don't let my voice rush you. Take your time, modify as needed. And if you want to play music during your class, there is no music in the video. I'll probably put a playlist in the YouTube or the Instagram, but your own music is cool too. So find a comfortable space, get comfy, and enjoy your practice. Alright, so here we are, we're on our mats. Let's dive right in. Let's start in Child's Pose. So bring your feet, your heels together behind you. Let your hips fall on top of your heels or in between them. Knees as wide as is comfortable. And then you can start to slowly fold forward. Reach your arms out, palms down. Forehead gently finds the ground. Slowly and gently begin to deepen your breathing, sending the breath down deep into your belly, and then gently and effortlessly exhaling. Just bringing your attention right now to the slow, steady rhythm of your breathing. You have an option to set an intention for your practice. Totally optional, but maybe if there's kind of a specific word or phrase that might resonate with you today, like gratitude, compassion, letting go, courage, whatever you like, but that is completely optional. I definitely don't set an intention every time I practice, but sometimes it feels good. Take a couple more nice, easy breaths, nice, easy moments here. Then we'll rise up to tabletop position. So knees under your hips, hands under your shoulders, and we'll move into some cat-cows. So for cow, you can drop your belly, lift the chin. Cat, curve your spine like a cat. Okay, and that's inhaling on cow, dropping the belly, lifting the heart. Big inhale. And then exhale, curving like a cat, pressing the ground away, tucking the navel into the spine. Use this movement to move with your own breath and to kind of marry your body with your breath, your mind with your breath. Just bring it all together right here. I invite you to kind of bend the elbows on the transitions, really exaggerate them, feel super good. And I think this will be our last one. Maybe one more. Okay, back to tabletop. You can lift up your left arm, point it to the sky, opening your chest up into the ceiling. And then exhale, threading it under your right arm with the palm facing up. Okay, so you can't see my arm right now, but my left arm is just on the ground with my palm facing up, and we're twisting onto this left shoulder. You have the option to have your head facing toward the left with your hand and kind of twisting your whole body up and to the right, or your head facing the left and kind of have your lower body twisting one way and your head twisting the other way. And we'll start to come out of it. So bringing the right hand back down, left arm up, open up, then drawing some big circles. So the arm comes behind you, inhale forward, exhale back, inhale flowing forward, exhaling back. One more nice and slow circle. And then planting the left arm into your face, right arm reaches up, twisting open up toward the ceiling. Take a full breath, full cycle of breath here. And then the next time you exhale, bring the right arm down and under, thread the needle, palm facing up. And then again, this left arm can be forward or forearm on the back. And the head can be facing either way. I know there are a few variations in this pose. Just take whatever one is comfortable. Whatever one kind of allows you to just sink into the mat, stretch into the shoulder, whatever feels good. And bring the left arm down, pressing up, open up to the right, right arm up, and then we'll do the circles again. So coming back, forward on the inhale, exhale, drawing big circle back, bring your hips into it, make it a full body movement. One more nice and slow. And then back to tabletop, and then we'll walk to a high plank. In your plank pose, feeling strong, feeling stable, feeling some heat build up, feeling some energy build. That's what we want. And when you're ready, you're going to take a big inhale, and on your exhale, blow it out and push back to downward facing dog. So the hips lift up and back on the exhale. Once you get there, you can pedal out your feet, loosen up, whatever feels good. Keeping the breath nice and even, nice and steady. Pulling the hips up and letting the heart melt down toward the ground. In a moment we're going to pick up this left leg, three-legged dog, so holding the left leg up, pointing it up, sweep it through to touch your chest, and really pull that left heel up, and then step through to your low lunge. So this back right knee will be on the ground, just stretching into this right hip flexor. And you can plant your fingertips by your front foot. And if you like, you can kind of take a cat-cow motion. So on your inhale, the chin comes up, and you kind of open the chest. And on the exhale, you curve the spine and push back and optionally up into a more engaged low lunge. So that back knee will lift up. So basically, inhale, opening up through the chest. Big inhale, big exhale, pushing back. Flowing with your own breath. Then on the last one, we'll lift up to a high crescent lunge for a second. Couple big breaths. Maybe do some fun stuff with your arms. And then on your next exhale, you can cartwheel the arms down, step back to a high plank. And then we're going to shift forward so you come onto your tippy toes, lower down until your arms are 90 degrees. Then inhale, press up, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Beautiful. Next, we're going to inhale the right leg up. When you're ready. There we go. Three-legged dog. Right leg is pointing high to the sky. Then exhale, bring it through, squeeze, pull the knee up, pull the heel up for just a moment, and then plant the foot, low lunge on the other side. So the back knee is down, stretching into the left hip flexor. An option to move through your cat-cows again. Maybe close your eyes. Really feel your breathing. Just noticing any sensations and feelings that are happening. One last big inhale, open the chest, open the throat. Exhale, press down through your feet, up to crescent lunge. Taking a breath or two here. On your next exhale, bring the arms down, frame the front foot, step back to high plank, shift forward, exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Beautiful job. From here, you can go ahead and drop your knees down, keeping your legs at a 90-degree angle. We're going to find puppy pose. So you can keep your legs where they are and then just walk kind of your arms and the front of your body down. So you're going to have a big arch in the spine, big opening in the heart, right? The chin can be on the mat, maybe gaze is slightly up, and just take some really, really deep, powerful breaths here. The alternative name to this pose, puppy pose, is also a heart-melting pose, I think. So really just kind of feel that for a minute. And then we'll shift forward to a low plank on the forearms, so just scooting your weight forward. We'll be on our forearms for a couple breaths. And then we'll lower down. Bring the hands like you're about to do a push-up. And then pressing into the feet, lift up for baby cobra on the inhale. And exhale, lower down. Again, slow inhale, filling up your belly, lifting up to cobra. Exhale, release, sigh it out. Inhale, breathing in, cobra, and exhaling it down, nice and slow. And then we'll press up, exhale, downward facing dog. Let's really kick up some heat for just a few minutes. Inhale, right leg touches the sky, exhale, sweep it through, high lunge, crescent lunge. And then option here to slowly start leaning your weight forward, coming up off of this back left foot, coming more and more onto the right front foot. Now you don't have to be all the way in full warrior 3. You can be kind of anywhere on the spectrum from crescent lunge to full warrior 3. Just playing with lifting up that left leg. Hands can be at your heart or down. And we'll come back to crescent lunge, right? So not too long in that pose. Option for a vinyasa flow again, or right to downward dog. Making sure that on your exhale, pressing back to downward dog. Let's take a second before we do the same thing on the next side. Maybe rest in child's pose if you like. And let's get back to it. Downward dog. Left leg comes up tall. Exhale, sweep it through. High crescent lunge. Arms come up. Both feet and legs are engaged. Stay here for as long as you like, and then optional, lean forward, maybe take airplane arms. And I invite you to take a nice, slow, really take your time getting into Warrior 3. And if you fall out of it, it is a balance pose, so that is totally okay. Staying with the breath here, super important. Feeling a little shake, and coming back down, landing in your crescent lunge. And exhaling, framing the foot, high plank. And let's just go back to child's pose for a moment. Breathing deep into the belly. From child's pose, you can come up and sit up on your knees or sit on a pillow or something. But if you're in child's pose, you can just kind of pick up your upper body and you'll be sitting. Let's just take a moment to take some nice easy neck circles, maybe loosen up the shoulders. Just kind of loosening up this area. Neck and shoulders, we hold a lot of tension. So let's just take a moment to nice and easily loosen that up. Then we'll come back to our child's pose. And then coming up, exhaling back, downward facing dog. Let's go ahead and walk our feet up to the top of the mat. Let's take a nice long forward fold. So with forward fold, bend your knees as much as you need. And bend them enough so that you can completely just let your torso, head, neck, and shoulders just hang. Right, so it's not so much about pulling into this stretch for the hamstrings. It's more just letting your body hang over your lower body. And it really, forward folds really stimulate a relaxation response. Making sure to relax your face, relax your jaw. And then inhaling up to flat back, so strong spine, flat spine, exhaling forward fold. Inhale very slowly, pressing the feet into the ground, slowly, 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 rising up to mountain pose. Feet can be together or shoulder width, and just pause here. Find a point in front of you to gently stare at. Relax your eyes, relax your face, and notice your breathing. See if you can gently direct your attention to the sensations of your breathing. On your next inhale, make it a big one. We're going to bend the knees, sweep the arms out and up. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down to your heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fountaining your arms out, kind of drawing a big circle around yourself. And then hands back to your heart. We're going to set up for chair pose. So your feet can be either touching each other or shoulder width. Bring your arms up like you're holding a big beach ball, and then exhale, sink into your chair. Take a look down at your knees, and if you can't see your toes, then kind of pull your knees back a little bit. Right, so you want to have this opening in the chest, feeling engagement in the legs, big arms. Really powerful pose here. Keep the breath alive. And then bring your hands to your heart. We'll take a twist to the left. So you're going to hook your left elbow outside of your left knee and just kind of use that to press yourself into a twist. Inhaling back up to chair. Exhale, twist the other way. Right, so always remembering to modify as needed. If this one's not so comfortable for you, that's totally fine. You can go ahead and make your way to forward fold. If you are in this pose, you can come out up to tall chair one more time, and then exhale, forward fold. Come back to that, just letting your body hang as effortless as possible. And then we'll very slowly ground down to lift up. The arms will come up with you. Take your time, finding your heart eventually. And let's pause again with the hands at the heart, pressing the sternum into the hands. Coming back to noticing. Just being aware of your breathing, and additionally of any thoughts that you're having, any feelings, any sounds, sights. Viewing all of these things through a non-judgmental lens. Let's move into tree pose. So for tree, we're going to bring this left foot, either making a kickstand on the right leg, up on the calf, or above the knee. Any of those three are tree pose. I have my hands at my heart. Your hands can be anywhere. Just noticing how you're feeling in this posture. And then we'll step back to warrior two. So the right foot is pointing forward, left foot is 90 degrees with the back of the mat. We're going to exhale, bring the arms out like a T, bend into this right knee, gazing over the right middle finger. Strong gaze. Maybe check out your form, see if your weight is centered in your body. And then we're going to inhale, lean forward, and come back. Peaceful warrior. So right arm's coming up, gaze is coming up. Feeling an awesome stretch in this right side body. And then exhaling, rolling forward to side angle. So the right forearm can come on top of the right thigh or elbow inside the knee. Using this elbow and knee to twist your torso up and toward the ceiling. And the left arm can be up or in front of you. Or if binds are in your practice, you're welcome to take a bind. They help me get a nice twist. Maybe we'll do a separate video on binds. And then coming back to your warrior two. Inhale, straighten the legs. Arms up. And on your next exhale, bending back into warrior two. And let's flow like that. Inhale, the arms lifting up, leg straightens. Exhale, bending strong, warrior two. Inhale, hands float up, leg straightens. Move slow through this flow. And then next time you inhale up, you can pivot both your feet toward the side of your mat, so you're in a wide stance, and just take it down to a wide-legged forward fold. It should feel really awesome. So sway side to side, bend and straighten your legs, anything that feels good. And once you come to stillness, if you want to come to stillness, just allowing yourself to hang heavy. Let something slide off your shoulders. And then we're going to pivot to a low lunge facing the back of the mat. So left foot is in between your hands. Nice low lunge. And then we'll step it back, downward facing dog. So we're facing the other way. And then we'll just take a walk up to forward fold. Once you're in your forward fold, press into your feet, slowly rise up, very slowly, don't let me rush you. letting the hands find heart center when you get there. Then we're going to take tree pose with the other leg. So this time, the right leg will either be right by your foot making a kickstand, on your calf, or above the knee. Maybe take a different hand position than last time. Arms can be up like branches, can be by your sides. You can kind of hold them in this relaxed hand position. And just taking this moment just to notice. And again, this is a balance pose, so there is nothing wrong if you fall out. Next, we're going to sweep this right leg up and back, so warrior two facing the back of the mat now. So the left foot is pointing forward, right foot is parallel with the front of your mat really, but the back from here. And then when you're ready, reaching the arms out like a T, warrior two, strong focused gaze on the left middle fingernail, like a laser pointer. Inhale, arms come up, leg straightens. Exhale, warrior two. So we're changing the order from last time, nice and slow. Inhale, hands float up, leg straightens. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale up, blow it out, warrior two. This time on your inhale, peaceful warrior. Right hand comes to the left hip or the back of the right leg, opening up the left side, breathing deep. And exhaling, rolling forward. Find a comfortable spot for the left arm where you can encourage that twist up toward the ceiling. And popping back up to warrior two for just a moment, and then point your feet toward the side of the mat, arms wide, and then right hand to the belly, left hand to the heart. Feels good, right? Coming down to a flat back, keeping your hands where they are if it's comfortable. And then on your next exhale, release the hands, just come down to that wide forward fold again. And if you want something different in this forward fold, you can grab your toes or your ankles, or you can interlace your hands like a steeple grip behind you, and then you're kind of pulling your hands up and kind of forward over your head, so you're really opening up the back. It is a pretty intense stretch, so if you're down with it, it feels good, but if it's a lot, don't worry about it. And when you're ready to come out, we're going to stand up, walk the feet in just a little bit more, and then point the feet out. We're coming to goddess pose. So the feet are pointing out, arms can be 90-degree angles like a cactus. It looks kind of funny, but something about that arm position just feels awesome. Alternatively, you can have your hands at your heart. And then maybe if you want to get flowy, on your inhale, you can open up like you're opening your chest to the cactus arms. And then exhale, hands to the heart, maybe taking a mini bow, bowing your head to your hands. We're getting flowy. And then another thing you can do in goddess pose, you can plant your hands on your thighs and then exhale, twist one way. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, twisting your whole torso until that shoulder comes in front of you. Inhale up. And exhale, twisting. Making sure you're twisting kind of from your whole torso, not just your shoulders. Oh, we moved through that quick. I should have stayed there longer. Anyway, making your way back to a downward facing dog facing the front of the mat. So we're Back to facing forward now. Let's take a couple breaths in down dog. Again, don't let me rush you. Eventually finding your way to forward fold at the top of the mat. And then slowly rising up. Arms come up with you. An option to bring them down to the heart. Pause. For our last standing movement, bring your feet about shoulder width apart. We're going to do something called base breathing. So you'll see me on the video in a second. But starting with your hands kind of right at your belly with your palms facing up. We're going to inhale the hands up the body. Exhale, they flip, palms face down, and you push down and out. Move like that. Inhale, the palms come up the body. Exhale, pushing out like you're breathing with your hands, really bringing your attention to your breathing and to your palms. The next time you push the breath out, extend it, push all the way down to forward fold. Inhale, rising up, palms come by your sides, lift up onto the tippy toes, then exhale, boom, let the heels fall down. Hey Felix. Let's do it again. Inhale, arms up, moving slow. Exhale, down, folding. Inhaling, lifting up, opening the chest, come up onto the tippy toes. Then exhale, boom, let the heels fall down. So it's like you're settling your energy. Inhale, arms up. Slowly. Exhale, fold down. Breathe in, come up, open up, feet up, and then boom, down. Let's do one more. Inhale up, arms come up. Exhale, close the eyes, forward fold. Then inhale, up, arms at the side, up onto the tippy toes. And then letting the heels come abruptly down like you're leveling out a glass of sand or something. And just take one last moment here standing, getting ready to really calm down. Bring the arms up, maybe interlace them above you or just have palms touching. And then angle your feet so they point out a tiny bit. We're going to lower down into a yoga squat. Low lunge, back knee on the ground. Exhale, press back. So you're stretching your right hamstring, letting your head and neck hang heavy. Then inhale, roll forward, lizard pose. So both hands are inside this right foot, and you're stretching the right groin. Back knee can be lifted or up. You can be on your hands or your forearms. And just make sure to be careful with these more intense stretches. We're going to stay in pigeon the longest. So you can walk your right foot over to the left side of your mat and let your shin fall, intending towards parallel with the top of your mat, but it is not going to get all the way there. And then check out your back left leg, make sure it's in line with you, and then fold over that front right shin as far as is comfortable. So you can be resting on your forearms, arms can be out, head can be on the ground. Just find your edge with this kind of uncomfortable stretch. Find your edge and then just sit there, sit with the breath, not pushing or straining. And we'll start to come out of it. Make your way towards downward dog, but definitely shake out that right leg. Get it nice and loose. And then when you're ready, we'll lift up the left leg, bring it through. Low lunge on the other side. Just a quick touch and go. Exhale, shift your weight back to stretch the left hamstring, again pretty quickly. And then shift your weight forward to lizard pose, so the left foot comes out a little bit, so both hands are inside of the left leg. Finding an arm position that's comfortable, and having the back knee lifted or upright. And then last hip opener, walk the left foot over to the right side of the mat, let the shin fall, make sure the back leg is kind of in line with the rest of you, and then folding over that front leg. No pushing or straining. If it's too much, come out. Otherwise, just kind of send your breath to the areas of discomfort. The last 20 minutes of the class will be very slow, and I hope you can stick around. Or if you're doing this in the daytime, maybe do the other half at the nighttime. Some people like the slower stuff at night. Let's come out of our pigeon. Real slowly. Keep the face and the eyes relaxed. Shake out that leg. Last time in down dog. Touch and go. And then so here's our first Yin Yoga Pose. And it's actually for our feet. So if it's comfortable for you, we all have tight feet, but if it's comfortable, you want to tuck the toes and then kind of sit back on your heels. You might have to kind of walk your pinky toes out. If this is too much, you can bring your hands forward so you can kind of control how much pressure is coming on your feet. Otherwise, I invite you to sit up and back. Again, picking a gentle point to stare at, relaxing your eyes, and bringing your attention to the sensations happening in your feet and in your breathing. And throughout the rest of the class, I invite you to anchor your attention through the breathing and through the postures. And when you notice that your mind has wandered, that is totally okay. That is part of the meditation. And when you notice that, simply acknowledge whatever thought you've wandered to, and then very gently, when it feels right, returning the attention to the breathing. Do your best to not judge the thoughts, to not judge yourself, seeing if you can view everything for the next few minutes kind of through a lens of loving kindness and non-judgment. And if your feet are starting to hurt here, you can ease out of it. I think we're coming out soon. There we go. Alright, so we're going to stretch the feet the other way, and we're going to open the chest. So definitely kind of roll out your toes here. And we're going to take Camel Pose. So you can be on your knees and then have the tops of your feet down, and then bring your upper body up. Bring your palms to your lower back with your fingertips pointing down, and then kind of pressing your palms into your back. Slowly open your chest and lean back. An option to have the hands on the heels too, but only if you feel ready for that, because this pose is a little tricky, but it really feels awesome. Just going for a nice opening in the chest and a stretch in the back, and we'll come out, so we won't be in that one long. Come on down to Child's Pose. For this one, I like to bring my feet closer together than we were in the beginning. And I also like to have my arms pointing back towards my feet with palms up. But they can be forward too. Keeping a nice slow and steady, easy breath. Melting into your mat. And then we'll slowly sit up. Slowly making your way toward the back of your mat. Oh, my bad. Butterfly pose. That's the next one. So we've all done butterfly before in gym class or something. But we're going to make it real relaxing this time. So bring the soles of your feet to touch. An option to loop your hands around your feet. You kind of use that to help you sit up tall. So tall, proud butterfly. And then if you like, you can change it up. So you can start to fold forward. You can have your arms out in front of you. You can have your elbows down and kind of hold your head in your hands. Whatever feels good. Just finding a softening in this pose. The butterfly is a symbol for change. Something that's happening to all of us right now. Go ahead and close the eyes if you haven't, if it's comfortable. And then we'll slowly lift back up to our tall butterfly. So just regular butterfly, tall spine. And then we'll come out to half butterfly. So keep your left foot where it is and send the right leg out. Just adjusting the camera here. Janu Sirsasana. So send the right leg out. Keep a healthy micro bend in this right knee. Then on your inhale, grow tall. Maybe lift the arms up. Exhale, fold over this right leg. Find the point where you feel the stretch, but it's not too uncomfortable. And just sit there and soften. Release tension. Breathe. Close your eyes. Maybe have the palms up, the forearms on the ground. Making your body as passive as you can in each pose. And we'll start to very slowly, keep it yin, very slowly lift up, then bring the left hand behind you. Then we're going to press into the left shin to lift us up. The right arm comes up behind you, lifting the hips up and down. So just a mini wild thing. And I know I moved kind of quick there. If you missed that, don't worry about it. Stay nice and slow. And then we're going to switch the legs. Left leg points out, right leg comes in. And make your way to half butterfly on the other side. Keeping a healthy bend in the left knee. If you're a fan of affirmations, maybe you can internally repeat to yourself, I am safe. I am safe. And just notice, do any other thoughts come up after you say that? Or do any feelings come up? Is there a softening? Is there a tightening? Without judgment, just noticing. Making sure to relax the face, relax the neck, jaw, and shoulders. Very slowly come out. An option to take wild thing on the other side. Right hand comes behind you, left arm comes up. Pressing the hips up, opening the left side of the body, and coming back down. We're going to come onto our backs now. Just go ahead and hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Maybe rock side to side. Maybe take happy baby. And when you're ready, we're going to take a spinal twist. So bring the knees together at 90 degrees. And twisting the knees over to the right, bring your gaze to the left. I did a few variations there. But if you want a deeper twist, you can cross the left leg over the right like eagle pose. or have the right leg straight and the left leg going over your body. But the goal here is yin, is being passive, being easy. So just keep that in mind, whatever variation you're in. Then we'll slowly move to our twist on the other side. So arms are out like a T. Let the knees fall over to the left. Probably taking the same variation you did on the other side. Making sure that your head is either facing up or to the right, so the opposite way of what your legs are doing. This is our last posture for the practice. All we have left is kind of the climax of the class, final resting pose, Shavasana. Bring your legs and arms nice and wide. Palms are facing up, feet are splaying out. Close your eyes. Allow the breath to be natural. Allow thoughts to come and go. And just allow yourself to relax deeply. We'll be here about 3 minutes. I really like long Shavasanas. If you do too, I recommend pause the video and just hang out here for a while. Otherwise, I'll watch the time for you. Namaste. See you in 2 minutes. Taking a last few moments here to just let go. And as you're ready, roll into kind of a fetal position on either side. And then we'll gently, maybe keeping your eyes closed, press up to a seated position. With your hands on your knees or at your heart. And eyes can be open, or eyes can be closed, or very gently open. Thank you so much for sharing this practice with me. The light and the love within me honors and reflects the light and love in every one of you. Through this light, we are forever connected. See you later. Namaste.